You know that old idea that the body is the temple of the soul? I've never been a huge fan of the use of that image. In large part because growing up I thought there was the distinct possibility that I was evil incarnate, or at the very least possessed by evil. And what is the point of taking care of a temple that, is holding that inside of it, Studies have shown that as much as positive affirmations can help, they actually don't help and can do harm if you don't believe the affirmation that you're saying. So if you refer to your body as the temple of your soul, but you feel like a liar every time you say that, you're actually making the road to self-care a lot harder for you than it needs to be. But rather than boo-hooing and saying that because you think so little of yourself, you can't have nice things like positive affirmations, you can actually trick yourself into having a positive affirmation. Sort of. Is it tricking? It might not be tricking. What I did was there was a particular hymn that I learned in Catholic school that I found helpful. And the refrain is, "Whatsoever you do to the least of my people, that you do unto me." And given my mental state at the time, it made total sense to use that particular song because I did believe myself to be the least of God's people, because I also believed there was the very distinct possibility that I was evil incarnate, or at least possessed by evil, but we don't need to go into too much detail about that. But the song is spoken from the perspective of Christ giving this lesson. So everything is in the first person. And so he's talking about these acts of care that you are giving that he is then receiving. And you can actually be singing the song and thinking about doing those things for yourself as a way of doing those things for God. And in singing this song to myself in that way over the years, I also learned that there are other songs about giving other people love that the way they're phrased, you can very easily make them about singing to yourself, such as the Jimmy Durante classic, "It's so important to make someone happy. Make just one someone happy." And why can't that someone be yourself? And then there's also that Dean Martin song that my mom hates. "You're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love." All this to say that your temple, your body doesn't necessarily need to be a temple. It might be a music hall. It might be a honky-tonk, but whatever kind of a house of music it is, there are songs waiting to be sung to yourself so that you can take care of yourself. And I find them helpful. Maybe you'll find them helpful. And there's my exit. Beep beep.